ParentPay started off as a cashless payment platform for schools within the UK market. Since then we've extended into Germany and the Netherlands. We've extended and expanded across the education sector to really cover all of the school's needs from a technology perspective. The main challenge was needing to create a platform which could be cost effective, secure and scalable for all of the business units which form ParentPay Group. And to do that, it really needed a brand new platform, and that's why we started the project. It's really kind of two-phased. The first phase is about delivering for today. The major objective though is to rewrite most of our applications and relaunch them, so there's greater cohesion between them, which should help deliver a better user experience out to the kind of the parents and the users within the schools within the UK.
When we started this process off, we found that ParentPay had some really complicated needs around performance, around availability, around location. And being able to put together an architecture which delivered on all of those needs and gives them a system that moves the dial is really significant. And being able to meet their needs on how available that system is, being able to make it secure and robust, but also meet some quite taxing technical requirements and do that with a Dell solution or a Dell private cloud solution is something we're really proud of. And I think you're an example of many organisations where you are living in a hybrid cloud world. You want to be able to leverage the benefits of the different clouds, be that private, be that public, and make sure you can manage that in a consistent way and ensure the customer experience. You're enhancing the student experience, it's helping education. Part of our purpose is to transform people's lives, people's experiences through technology. ParentPay is a great example of how we can do that because we're having a positive impact on people's education.
The partnership's been extremely important, and as Dean has said, having somebody who actually understands who we are and what we're about. You know, we are really at the heart of the education technology sector in the UK market, and we are really conscious of the availability, the security and also the cost of the services that we provide. And having a partner who actually understands that, gets it, is really important.
We've done lots of really interesting things. ParentPay are a fast moving company, so we have to kind of match that pace. There's a lot of trust between the two teams, and that's helpful. ParentPay have shared their strategy with us, which means when it comes to recommendations, we can align those recommendations to a wider context, which gives us a much better chance of success.
Find a partner that you trust, and I mean really trust. You've got to have the utmost confidence in being able to admit where you have gaps in your own knowledge and experience, and reach out and find someone who can augment you as an organisation and as a team. And that, I think, is probably the one piece of advice I would give. I've been in the industry for over 26 years, and finding those partners is hard. It really is hard. But when you find them, it really does pay off.
Being able to bring Dell's cutting-edge data center technologies to bear has really been integral to delivering this project for ParentPay.
We went with a whole Dell solution, kind of pretty much end-to-end. The heart of the solution is the Dell PowerMax as the storage, and that really provided the performance, the scalability, the security on it, which is extremely good. The key thing that we couldn't really underestimate was the resilience that you get with PowerMax. So if you think about the type of applications that are running on the platform, you've got financial transactions kind of happening on there. So if there's any downtime, that's going to have a financial impact on ParentPay. You've also got to think about some of the applications that are used by schools, such as Sims, which is used for helping with safeguarding. So obviously it's very critical to have a really high degree of uptime for those applications. And that's really the key thing that PowerMax kind of brought in, is that it's a solution that's designed for being an always-on kind of platform, so it gives you that really high level of resilience that's required for critical applications.
I think that the major challenge with any new platform when you're building it from scratch is it going to work as you expected? And in particular, capacity and performance become two key measures. it's a complex environment made up of multiple suppliers, and bringing all of them to the table to make sure that we've got the right bandwidth in our network connectivity, have we got the right power into the racks within the data centers to accommodate what are quite large enterprise servers that we've deployed, have all been things that have been a challenge but also been overcome. And I think the key element of success in dealing with those challenges has been the ability to pick the phone up and have a good, honest conversation about where we are and what we need. It's that trust, that transparency that has been built over the years between both organisations which allows us to do that. Delivering against a timeline which was quite aggressive, I think, is probably the standout. I think that's probably the standout for me. The teams were asked to stand up a new private cloud and have it ready for the beginning of the school term of autumn 2023, and it was there. And we've built a platform which has enabled us to migrate over 2,000 schools from their legacy hosting platforms for the school management application onto the private cloud without issue.